already know just where I be, dog. I ain't being cocky, but Philly what I'm reppin'. Watch me check it like it's hockey. I ain't tryna get it twisted. If you get it, then you got me. If you with it, cool. If not, I'll treat you like a Tamagotchi. I'ma let you down point. Yeah, I never disappoint.
What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Welcome back to some Call of Duty World War II. This is some public matches. We're playing on the map Ardennes Forest. We're playing some domination, and we absolutely go off in this game. So it's a little change from ranked play, but you know what? We warmed up on some public matches, and we end up coming out with a pretty darn good game. But what we're here today to talk about is Black Ops 4. You guys already know this is going to be the next Call of Duty game in the sequel. And let's just say it looks very interesting. The game release or the community release trailer or event, whatever you want to call it, came out today. And I want to go over kind of the key points and what, I found during this. Let's just start right off with it is a lot like Black Ops 3. Except, well, I guess not except, but the specialists from Black Ops 3, those are returning. So, okay, they were very interesting, right? They created a very unique game style. However, if we're trying to create the most competitive Call of Duty game, things like these should not be in the game. So, I think Treyarch messed up about that one. Second thing is swimming and sliding. Both things are back in this game. Personally, I think swimming, interesting element, should not be in Call of Duty, or at least on competitive maps. Sliding, it just created for too much randomness to where you could just slide a corner instead of actually like peeking it or something. Just not really my thing. And the biggest thing, it is going to be boots on the ground. Boots on the ground completely. There is no thrust jumping, there's no wall running, there's no advanced movement other than the specialist. So that was a big thing. Obviously people want boots on the ground. I'll take either of them. I mean, they're personally, I love both in any Call of Duty game ever. And then something which is kind of a huge upgrade for Call of Duty World War II to Black Ops 4 is the colors. If you watch the trailer, even like 5 seconds of it, you notice that the colors are bright. They are, just, I guess, is vibrant the right word? I don't even know. But it just looks so much better. Right, World War II, dull, boring. I know it kind of fits the theme of World War II, but you still can make a Call of Duty game that is bright and vibrant and, brings out a good, colorful game. Because this game, so boring to look at. Really fun to play, so boring to look at. The next thing is, they said, and I quote, weapons are designed like characters itself. They have 3D tracers and a lot of small details, which was really cool, right? I mean, weapons should be, I guess, very detailed in its own right. I mean, I've always thought they were, but I guess, this game's going to have a little bit more of that in the game. Another really interesting thing about the weapons, each weapon will have its own set of attachments. Now, I don't know if this means exactly like each gun, or does that mean like, ARs and subs will have completely different attachments? Because a lot of the guns, the standard is like quick draw grip, unless it's a burst weapon. Quick draw grip, usually ARs have a red dot sight. I mean, those are kind of the three. Then I guess advanced rifling or long barrel. And then depending on the magazine size, then you have extended mags. I mean, it's pretty much standard for most guns to have a set, like, a few attachments. And the rest of them are kind of like, they don't really get used. So I'm interested to see, exactly what type of attachments are in the game. I mean, like I said, if it's only for like submachine guns have certain ones and ARs have a certain ones, then okay, I guess we'll see once the multiplayer reveal comes out and we can actually see the classes and see everything else. We move on to the healing. Now, usually in Call of Duty, there is automatic healing, right? You don't have to like press a button or do anything. All you have to do is get out of the gunfight, stop being shot, and then you start to regen health a little bit slowly. However, Black Ops 4 is creating a new thing where healing is not automatic anymore. Players will have to regenerate health manually. Now, I believe this is going to be just like a normal like button click or a paddle click or whatever, a button click of some sort, and you can just like heal yourself. Now, personally, this is the only thing that I kind of didn't really like from what I saw. I mean, this is just completely changing the landscape. I get why they did it. It's an interesting aspect that they added into the game to where if you just want to challenge while you're one shot, some players may not expect that. However, if you're a good player and you get a guy one shot, you're probably going to sit there and pre-aim. But if that guy goes and sits in a corner and regens his health, then it's kind of like instant, right? There's no like automatic like keeping him one shot and then pushing him. Like if you instantly get out of a gunfight and heal back up, then you're back to full health again. So I don't really like that, and the fact that it changes the game completely. I mean, when I'm challenging a guy on a head glitch and he's one shot, I know if I push him right now, I'm probably gonna get the gun or get the win in the gunfight. Whereas with this new healing system, I feel like it's gonna create a little bit more randomness to the game that I don't really like. So I will say this is going kind of out of order of what I'm listing it in, and this is from COD Gamespedia on Twitter. I'll leave their link in the description below, but I'm basically just going through their tweets and then going up through them because they were, I believe, at the event and were kind of just tweeting out every time they mentioned something new. And so that's what I'm doing right now. So if it's a little out of order, that's why. I don't really have like a full list of everything they revealed in the event. But the next thing is situational awareness. The Fog of War is a new type of specialist or something. I didn't really see too much about that one. I think it's just like a what's that thing called? The Hive, in a sense, where it just shoots a little thing and it like you can see people close. I don't know. I didn't really see that one too much. Specialists back, a lot of familiar ones from Black Ops 3, a lot of new ones as well. Interesting to see what those go for. The Seraph, I believe, is back from Black Ops 3. Now has an ability to place down spawn points. Kind of random. I don't really get that. Probably there's going to be a lot of things banned from competitive, I believe. Especially with that. I don't know what it's called, but the thing that has the ability to place down spawn points, then there's no point to rotating. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Torque allows players to lay down razor traps. I don't really know how this affects the gameplay. Obviously, if you can run through them, but it slows you down and hurts you. You know, I don't really know. Have to see what those go on for the game to. It'd be interesting to see how those go on to play in game. You know, whether you walk through them slowly and they hurt you, or you know exactly what the case. Also, a big announcement was League Play is returning. I mean, I could go into a whole separate video of what League Play or Ranked Play needs to do in order to fix itself. But I'll just say, as long as they get it right, they have, you know, matched players in the same ranks playing together, unless there's literally no one else. Like, if there's 7 golds in one lobby, and there's literally no other golds online, then bring in a silver instead of an unranked person. All unranked should play with unranked. That's just my opinion. We'll probably make a separate video for that one. Next thing is the specialist. There's a specialist solo missions to allow players to practice with the specialist, which is interesting for newer players. I mean, if you're experienced, play Black Ops 3, you kind of know what's going on there. But that was it pretty much for the multiplayer. Then on to zombies. Now, personally, I've never really been a fan of zombies. I never really played zombies. I mean, I have, but it wasn't really like a thing I played pretty often. But there's a lot of new things about that one. Apparently, it's a brand new chapter for stories. For the storylines of zombies. Like I said, I don't know too much about zombies exactly, but there's new characters. What else is happening? The trailer, a lot of cool things were happening in the trailer, so if you guys have not seen it, then make sure you go do so. Probably just look it up on YouTube, and you'll find it there somewhere. There's apparently a lot of new options as far as zombie speeds. There's health, there's like the difficulty, there's a whole bunch of new settings to play exactly how you want to. There's things called callings, which are kind of like challenges in zombies. Black Ops 4 Zombie Rush mode introduced. New tempo of game along with difficulty modes returning. Again, another part of zombies. What else do we got? We got end of zombies. Nope, there's going to be three maps for zombies. Again, don't know too much about zombies, but Mob of the Dead returns. A remastered is confirmed. It's now called Blood of the Dead. Again, don't really know what that means. But then they're having a big, like, separate PC version of the game, which I guess is pretty cool. And then Beanox, which is, I believe, a partner of Treyarch, said they will be making the PC version of Black Ops 4 will be released on Blizzard and Battle.net whatever. So that's cool that PC has their games. On PC, Black Ops 4 will have dedicated servers for PC on Battle.net. There we go. There's the Battle.net there. Recoil and weapon knockback will be adjusted for PC, along with 4K HDR, don't really know what that means, and uncapped frames. I guess that's pretty cool. Then, this was probably the biggest announcement out of the entire thing, was the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale. Kind of like Fortnite, obviously, with the Battle Royale system, but it's Call of Duty. It's going to implement a whole new history of Call of Duty in the game itself. I'm really interested to see how they do it. I mean, Call of Duty should stick to Call of Duty. They have a lot to focus on in their own game rather than creating a Battle Royale mode, personally. But, you know, I'd be interested to see how that one goes. The multiplayer characters and everything will be in the Battle Royale mode, along with the Zombies cast. And this was probably another big thing that they mentioned, was there was no campaign. And personally, I always play the campaign maybe once, maybe twice, maximum 3 times a year. I mean, I go through it usually when the game first launches. I'll play the campaign mode. After that, I don't really play it again, because usually you don't see anything new. I mean, you pretty much play the same way each time. But they said that there's no campaign in this one. Another thing that I really just didn't like was they basically said that PlayStation is still the main console for Call of Duty esports. Kind of annoying being playing on PlayStation. I'm going to make a separate video on talking about the PS4 and Xbox and all that type of stuff. There was nothing really announced about COD esports as far as in the actual in the event. So I'd be curious to see what happens there. There's also going to be a beta, which will be awesome. I can't wait to pre-order that and get in on the beta. That's going to be awesome. The Battle Royale mode is called Blackout, so I guess that'll be cool. There's gonna be a beta. I already said that, and I'm pretty sure that is everything that I can already remember. I don't know if this was true or not. Black Ops 4 multiplayer is going to be 5v5 instead of 6v6. I don't really know how that's going to affect things. I still feel like competitive is going to be 4v4, I would assume. However, I don't really know why they would change it to 6v6. It's kind of pointless, to be honest. Apparently, the Pick 10 system, going back to weapon class and everything, there's the Pick 10 system. They kind of hinted at perks, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen there. But apparently, it's going to be small maps, fast-paced, and colorful. I mean, I guess if it's going to do it that way, it's going to be interesting. I think that's all we got for today, guys. I mean, the last couple of minutes, this is going to be probably on a black screen. I'm sorry about that. I ran out of the gameplay. It went a little bit longer than I wanted to. But like I said, I got all my info from COD Gamespedia on Twitter. So I will leave their link down in the description below. But if you guys have enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button down below. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.
I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body so I can take you wherever. Like, I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body, I can look at you and never